This video will explore the 7 deliberate daily habits that separate the top 1% of high performers from everyone else. These habits compound over time, leading to extraordinary results in your career and life. What if you've been thinking about success all wrong? Studies suggest that high performance is a system, not a gift. By learning this system, you can achieve remarkable results. This video provides a roadmap backed by research and applied by top professionals. We'll cover the problem of plateauing, the 7 habits with real examples, advanced insights, and an action plan you can start today. The harsh reality is that 85% of employees are disengaged. The root cause is operating on autopilot without intentional habits. Only 15% of the global workforce is truly engaged and performing at their peak. The performance gap is exponential. Top performers produce 400% more output than average employees. Note that the habits you build in the next 90 days will define where you are professionally 3 years from now. Before exploring the habits, let's look at common mistakes like confusing activity with achievement, waiting for motivation, neglecting recovery, and playing it safe. Recognizing these sabotaging patterns is the first step to breaking free. The world's most successful organizations engineered performance through habits. Examples include Google's 20% time, Amazon's 2-pizza team rule, and Apple's focus on relentless simplicity. It is important to bust the biggest myths about high performance. High performance is not about working longer hours or being naturally gifted. It is about working smarter, having deep focus, and prioritizing habits and consistency. The 7 habits are not random tips. They form a proven, interconnected system. Used by top performers across all industries, these habits together create a compounding performance engine. Habit 1 is clarity of purpose. High performers operate from a clear vision, and writing down goals makes you 42% more likely to achieve them. Start with the clarity exercise. Define your 3-year professional goal and your most important quarterly goal. Habit 2 is deep work, the superpower nobody talks about. High performers protect 90 to 120 minutes of uninterrupted focus time. Schedule it as a non-negotiable meeting, remove all distractions, and start small, building up gradually. Habit 3 is extreme ownership. High performers never outsource responsibility. Taking ownership of outcomes gives you control to change them, accelerates your career, and builds credibility, which creates opportunity and results. Pause and think about this. In the last 90 days, where did you blame external factors for a result that was partly within your control? The goal is honest self-assessment to take back your power. Habit 4 is strategic rest. Rest is a performance strategy, not a weakness. Prioritize 7 to 9 hours of sleep for peak cognitive performance. Take strategic 90-minute breaks and use active recovery like short walks or breathing exercises. Habit 5 is continuous learning, also known as the 5-hour rule. Top performers dedicate 5 hours per week to structured learning. Build your system by reading daily, reflecting weekly, experimenting with new ideas, and teaching others to deepen understanding. Habit 6 is high-quality relationships. High performers are intentional about who they spend time with. The quality of relationships is the single greatest predictor of long-term career satisfaction. Find a mentor, build accountability, and join communities. Habit 7 is consistent self-review, the habit that compounds everything else. Regular self-review closes the gap between intention and execution. High performers conduct weekly reviews, answering 5 key questions to adjust and ensure continuous progress. These 7 habits reinforce and amplify each other, creating a cycle of sustained excellence. Clarity drives focus. Focus drives ownership. Ownership drives learning. Learning drives better relationships, and review keeps it all on track. High performers guard their mornings for high-value personal activities, not distractions. They say no ruthlessly, prioritizing their core goals. They manage energy, not just time, scheduling the hardest tasks during peak windows. Avoid hidden mistakes like pursuing too many goals, which leads to pursuing none. Overcome procrastination by shipping imperfect work and iterating fast. Reject the going it alone mentality and actively seek critical feedback. The 1% better every day principle shows that small wins beat big leaps. Improve by 1% daily and you'll be 37 times better by the end of the year. Focus on micro actions like reading 10 pages or 15 minutes of planning. Satya Nadella transformed Microsoft using these habits, replacing a blame culture with extreme ownership and institutionalizing continuous learning through a, quote, growth mindset. This led to a cultural transformation and massive growth. Now, take 3 minutes for the audit. Honestly rate yourself on each of the 7 habits from 1 to 10. Your lowest score indicates your biggest opportunity for growth. Brain science confirms that habits, once encoded in the basal ganglia, operate outside conscious thought, saving enormous cognitive energy. This makes peak behaviors automatic for high performers. The elite morning routine treats mornings as sacred time for preparation. This includes movement, mindfulness, learning, and a deep work block before distractions begin. Hustle culture is killing performance. Productivity drops sharply after 50 hours of work per week. Working smarter, with deep focus and strategic rest, consistently outperforms simply working long hours. Start your 7-day high-performance kickstart plan now. Focus on one powerful action per day, from clarity and deep work to rest and review. Small, achievable actions build momentum for lasting change. The 30-day plan helps you build momentum, with each week compounding on the last. By day 30, you will be living these habits, transforming your operating system for peak performance. Use this checklist as your weekly accountability tool for consistent progress. It includes daily non-negotiables like deep work and learning, and weekly high-value actions such as the review and making connections. For quick wins, write your #1 goal, silence your phone, block deep work time for tomorrow, message a mentor with one specific question, and set tomorrow's intention before you sleep. Here is a permanent reference summary of the 7 habits: clarity of purpose, deep work, extreme ownership, strategic rest, continuous learning, high-quality relationships, and consistent self-review. These are the core tenets for sustained peak performance. The key takeaway is that your habits are your destiny. High performance is built one deliberate habit at a time, one focused day at a time. The only difference between you and top professionals is that they started. The second best time to start building these habits is today. Thank you for watching this video. If it provided value, please like, subscribe for weekly insights, comment your biggest takeaway, and share it with someone who needs to hear this. Visit corporategyan.com for premium resources.